Välkomna, welcome so much. Another beautiful evening or morning or wherever you are.
Så. Hej, nu hör jag dig Gunilla. Hej. Jag måste ta ut. Hejsan, jag får göra det här gående ett tag.
Så välkommen.
Tack. Jag måste ta ut hunden, så jag har suttit hela dagen. Va? Så jag måste bara gå ut.
Det är bäst att du går med hunden.
Ja.
So just so everybody knows it, we are recording, and we're recording so that you can watch it afterwards. We're also recording for those who have told us that they can't join us at this moment and want to watch it afterwards. So please, when we do the exercises, it helps us enormously if you have your video on, because otherwise we cannot see what's going on with you. So it's a safety issue. Now, if you really don't want to be on a video, even if it only is for the people who have signed up for it, then leave your video off. But if you can, please turn it on. Excellent. Wunderbar. Thank you so much. Yes.
No problem, Tom.
Allow your presence to enlighten us.
Yeah.
Bring your beauty to the feast.
Chantikov is coming. We'll just let it go some minutes for some people to join. Jochen coming. So, and while we're waiting for people to join, good evening. Please write something in the chat or open your mic and say something what you did since last time, so we can we know where to continue this time. So please, if anybody want to just open your microphone and let us know how we have practiced and what happened and etc. And you can also write. Did you send the COM cards? I didn't receive the PDF. Oh, I'm so sorry. We sent it to everybody we thought, but it will.
Everybody who had an email address received an email from Ticket Taylor in a broadcast with those links. So check the email with a follow-up and you will have the links to those cards.
Might be in your spam, because sometimes those MailChimp or those come from, we write one email and then it goes to everybody who has signed up for this webinar, then it might be in.
Malin hears us. Spam. We have success with our sound. Excellent. Good to know, Malin. So people join in from all over the world. That's excellent. So please write in the chat, what have you been doing since last? Have you tried using this? Or tried? How much have you used it?
On TTT every day is fantastic, says Annika. Well done. Great. I'm sure somebody is brave enough to open a mic and say something.
Oh, I'll say something.
Yes. Yes, Jochen. Or no,
I have a
Tom,
friend in Nepal, and I've also become friends with his daughter. And apparently, there's people in Nepal have been going through a lot of hardships in recent years since the earthquake a few years ago.
Yeah.
He owned a tracking company, and that business has been wiped out. His daughter, who is like 25 years old, been trying to get some way to find it to get to the United States to try to have a life, because their family's not making any money whatsoever. And periodically she messages me on Facebook. And a couple of weeks back, she messaged me, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And then she was saying she's in the hospital with like severe panic attacks and some other things, which I couldn't really understand her writing. So I sent her a link to the little cartoon figures. I don't know
the app or the video. I mean, it's both. Yeah.
She said her internet's really crappy over there, so I don't know if she got it or not. But so I had done that. Was my first outreach, I guess. Kind of came upon me. But I think I'll contact her and see, maybe try to do a session with her, work with her through that.
Yeah.
But that was that. I found it pretty interesting, though, because I'm thinking of, at least I have a vision. I've never been to Nepal, but, that everything's just wonderful and everyone's living a calm life, but apparently not. I mean, they've really had some hard times.
Yeah. I mean, and we have several, but one very close contact or person who is doing our outreach in Nepal. His name is Santosh, and that started with one participant like yourself in a webinar. Her name is Jennifer. She's from the US, and then she was traveling to Nepal, so she brought it there, and then he was one of the trainees, and then he contacted us. It's actually in our book. It's in one of the chapters of TTT in disaster relief, because just as you said, after the earthquake in 2015, he reached out and said there's so many people who are traumatized, and they cannot sleep, they don't dare to, even for the smallest noise, they fear. And then came again also, and so he did trainings with people, especially in schools. And then 2 years later, unfortunately, there was a cyclone and so much heavy rain, so there were landslides, so new things happened. And then he has an organization of volunteers, so they went out to different villages to teach TTT. So that's, if you want, if at any time you want to connect with do you know where in Nepal she is?
Kathmandu
in
area.
Kathmandu. Yeah, so he's also in Kathmandu, a very nice person. So you can just write us an email and see if they'd like to be connected, if they want to do some. Yeah. So
okay,
he's a beautiful person.
And
great.
I also put
Anybody
the
else?
link to our app in the chat which is translated into Nepalese. So you can send her that. It's easier to download. So even if her internet is crappy, she can download, because it's really optimized for poor internet connections.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah, good. Thank you so much, Tom. Anybody else who wants to tell what happened since last time? I haven't read since I was talking. I'm not good in reading and talking at the same time, but Ulf does. So
yeah, introduce it to my daughter, says Frank Zachary, and it helped her to some degree. She's gonna keep going. Helena Milling is using it every day, some days a couple of times a day. Chanty loves the no words required for tapping, which we agree with completely. It makes it so easy to introduce to people. Allows them to keep whatever it is to themselves and still be able to get help. A couple of times, use it every day, several times. It's fantastic. And we'll be working with people from ASEP. Yeah, Valerie, to make a presentation presenting the TTT part. Excellent. That's wonderful.
Please
Valerie.
tell us, Valerie. Please tell us, Valerie.
Tell us something about it.
Yeah. No, you have to open your mic, even if you have your dog in your lap. So you have to open the mic. Yes. We don't hear you.
I do. With Rachel and Coralie, who I think is going to be the head of ASEP, for a group of interpreters, we're doing this. So they're presenting, and Rachel's put together the presentation. They're going to do some of the other components, and I'm going to do the TTT piece.
Okay, great. Yeah, and for those of you who don't know the ASEP, that's the Association of Comprehensive Energy Psychology. It's an organization in the US where we are members also. And we have, that organizes conferences, and Lorna is a friend from there also who is here, and probably somebody else also here. So we have been presenting there, and so that's an organization that brings in all people doing what is in the US called energy psychology, different types of, it's tapping, but also other techniques. So that's beautiful. Thank you. And what interpreters for what? Interpreters for?
Gunilla, I have to look at the.
Okay, no problem. I'm always so curious where it is, with whom, it is like to say, perhaps I know somebody, it's like that.
I have to get those specific.
Whatever it is, it's good. And we're happy that you're doing it.
Yeah, that's nice. Thank you so much, Valerie.
And I am going to just add quickly too, when I did it for the group in Africa, my daughter was there. She was a little shy to do it on me, but I was doing it on her, which she loved. And she's 15. She's fairly resistant to a lot of these things, but this one she does do, and she uses it. And there was one time I was showing something. She said, Mom, you have to go. You forgot to do this piece, or you need to do this. So she's very
brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, that's good news. Thank you so much, Valerie. And did you try it on your dog also?
I have tried some tapping. I have one dog who gets very nervous in storms. Sometimes he's a little open, other times not as much. Yes.
Yeah, but that's good. Yeah, that's good. It works fine. Anyway, that's good.
Why don't we start with the tapping right away to remind everybody of how it works and just get one round so that we can land in body and soul. Yeah,
let's do that. I was thinking of starting with something else, but you do a tapping, Ulf. That's fine. So we change a bit.
What were you thinking? Don't keep me in suspense.
No, I was thinking, since I wanted to, I mean, like the repetition of last time. Do you remember the clap we did? I tried to, so yeah, now it's Osoko also coming from Kenya. So that's nice.
Here, that changes everything. Then we have to do the clap.
Yeah. So I think let's wait if Osoko is coming. Is he? Oh, he's joining. Yeah. So now I think he's there. Osoko, do you hear us also? We're waiting for another friend also from Rwanda. Hopefully he will come. Pastor Calix.
The gap is closing up. Rachel isn't here. But I hear that I saw that she became certified as a Havening practitioner, which means we're closing the gap between all the modalities, which is good because Bessa van der Kolk, one of our heroes in about trauma, when he writes about it and talks about it, he usually says, don't come with one modality, one technique, come with at least 5. And we say at least 3, because then you can compare and you can say, this one does that, that one does this. So, oftentimes, most of them overlap, right? So it's not about which one is the better one, because none is the better. They're all good in different situations, and it's important to use them.
Anyway, while we're waiting for Osoko to connect, we can just repeat. Do you remember the clap? Who remembers the greeting we did last time? Yes, Ann-Christine, show it to us, please. I saw you starting. Yeah, so we can do it. You don't see Ann-Christine. She is, I don't know for you where she is, but we can do it together. You open your mic then, Ann-Christine, so that we hear you clapping also. There you are. Good. So you lead us in the clap.
Okay. Is it 3 times?
Yeah, 3 times. I mean, 1, 2,
Twice.
3, 1, 2, 3, twice. Yeah. Yeah. Once again, Ann-Christine.
Okay.
Great. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah. And then we told about this power pose, wasn't it? So then I wanted to just connect that one to the next exercise, which is also starting a bit from the power pose. So you just raise your hands up above and then you, clinch your fist when you pull down. So you breathe in and then pull down with clinched fist again. So you reach up with stretched hands, and then when you pull down, you clench your fist and like pulling down. So again. Okay, so we do it 3 times in a row. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. In last. So this is called blowout, or we actually call it adrenaline blowout. And you can tell a bit about it, Ulf, and with that beautiful photo from Dal Kurd. I don't know if you.
I might or might not find it. See if you can find it. So, anyway. So the adrenaline blowout is an exercise that it does a lot of things at the same time. So when you get stressed, you're getting tense, your body is becoming flinched into this reflex, your lungs are compressed, you're not breathing out properly, you're getting a lot of carbon dioxide in the stomach, and you're not getting oxygen for your brain. Your hands might become a little shaky because you have excess adrenaline. So it takes all these things and just resets them in 3 seconds, right? So when you reach up and you clench your fists, breathe in and blow out as you pull down, you're actually blowing out the excess carbon dioxide from your belly, which means you're resetting the oxygen balance in your body. You're also using adrenaline, which means the excess that makes you shaky in the hands is actually being dissipated, is being used in your body. So 3 of those was the secret weapon in the training, the mind training for the football team of Dalkurd, a football team that I coached all the way up to the All Swedish, because it simply allowed them to reset whenever they got nervous. So it was extremely, extremely useful for that.
Oh, that's great. And Tom, he adds this, I found the blowout to be real effective, tempori. When I had a business problem with the supplier and I remembered that and tried it and found my anger dialed down quickly. Great, Tom. Yeah, I love you because you are just using this stuff and trying it out, and that's the best. It is like, just try it and see what happens, you know. So I think we have some new participants coming. I think even Placid was joining, but I don't see him so far. So, and they're probably coming, connecting, and some, there,
I'll just say
sock.
This is the football team that was using the blow-up method. This is when they reached the All Swedish. So they were doing it every game, before the game, in the middle of the game, and after the game. And it was enormous. And even the goalkeeper, Frank, he would be in the middle of a game that was vital when somebody was going to shoot a ball at him. He would just quickly reset himself so that he didn't have the excess adrenaline.
Yeah, so it's, I mean, as simple as the other stuff. And that's what I'm saying. And these are all in our book, of course. It's there also, this adrenaline blowout. It's the power pose. It's many others. I think there are 12 exercises, kind of.
At least.
And, yeah, and we remembered, we were promising that other technique also, the PTB and the PTA.
Yeah, PTB. Yeah. We need to show them PTB today. Yeah. Well, that's a cliffhanger.
But that's a cliffhanger. And since the one who was there when we originated it, Placid is here also. So actually I could look for one of the photos. Hi, Placid. Placid is our colleague and communicator and the main trainer in Rwanda. Can you say something, Placid? Because he just came, we're actually starting a big project in Rwanda in 2 of the prisons. And we have been working in prisons before. But now we are doing it more, what could we say? More on depth, I would say. And Placid is the one to coordinate it. And he just came from one of the prisons. Could you tell us a bit, Placid?
Thank you so much for having me. I was a bit late because I was traveling from the north of Rwanda, the part that has so many mountains. We had the training today. If I say we had this Peaceful Heart Network as a team, with the director of one of the prisons, so where we are going to have a workshop. So we had workshop like in 2019 in the beginning before the pandemic. So the supplies part was, but by that time they had people who were having the stress and trauma. The number was like 59. Now they have like almost 200 people that need psychological support, that need this tapping. I was talking to the nurse. She told me that most of the people we trained, which is nice, they left the prison, now they are back into the community. So which is, this project is coming on time to assist, to give them the another support that they needed.
Great. Thank you so much, Placid. Yeah. And welcome back to Kigali.
Thank you.
Yeah. So since we love all different techniques, and as we say, whatever, oh, here comes Calixto also. So that's wonderful. Another colleague from Rwanda. So then we wanted to show you some more techniques before we repeat, as Ulf said, the TTT, or would you want to do it now?
Yeah, I think it's time for PTB. PTB could be actually the technique we should show. So when your body becomes stressed, what actually happens is you get tense, like we said, and you get adrenaline and you get close down. You close down your system from the world. You dissociate from everybody. So Gunilla found a really wonderful method called PTB, which works wonderfully with kids ages from around 1 year to 97, I think. And it's about raising your head. It's about loosening your body. It's about interacting socially with other people around you. And it's about not being scared of making mistakes.
Yeah. And you will not make mistakes. So
no, you
actually
can't. It's impossible.
You can't. And this was actually invented when Placide and myself were in Congo. And we were in one of the places where we've been working, BBS, that takes care of children who have lost their parents or been recruited to the armed groups, the rebel groups in Congo. So there were these small kids in this center. And then we thought, Placide and myself, let's buy them a football because they need something to play with. But then we saw the playground was very small and the house is very low and the windows there. So we thought, oh no, they will break all the windows, if we buy them a football. So then we actually got something else.
Yep.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So are you sure that you'll catch?
Yeah, I will. I'm ready. I'm here. I'm here. Just PTB.
Okay. Oh, PTB. Oh, here. Oh, whoa. Take it.
Ah, Jesus Christ. Wow.
Good. Well done.
Yeah,
even though it's like 500 kilometers, so we always connect in any way, Yeah. Will you throw it back?
Yeah, I'll throw it back to you. There you go.
Oh, tack. Oh, thank you. I don't know, it shrank on the way here.
it's the cold air.
Yeah, so that's PTB. And of course, you understand what it stands for, pass the balloon. And that is, it looks kind of simple, funny, like TTT, like blowout, like everything that we do looks in a way funny, but it's something that people know how to do. And as we said, you cannot fail when you're playing with the balloon. You have to look up. And as you remember from the power pose, it is to reach up to the sky with your chin up, your hair, and the smile. And everybody starts smiling when you play with the balloon, because it's like, oh, wow, and since you're different when you play with the ball, because some people feel, oh no, I'm not a ball person, I don't know how to play with balls, and you lose them, you drop them, something happens, somebody's hit in the head or so. But with this one, it's it's never dangerous and everybody can do it.
Why don't you tell a story of this image?
Yeah, so we actually had one of the workshops we had, we were invited, and that was actually sponsored by the same organization that Valerie mentioned, ASEP. They sponsored us for a workshop in Turkey with Syrian refugees and the Syrian psychiatrists who worked specifically with traumatized children from the war in Syria, who were refugees in Turkey. So we were there in Gaziantep, which is close to the border of Syria. And they were all the people you see here, mainly, except for the children and some at the back of the room, they are social workers, nurses, medical doctors, psychiatrists, and some other people working with refugees. So then, after having 2 days of training, we asked them to bring some people there, especially children, who they could show these things that we had been doing during the previous days. So then the guys at the end of the room, the two small children, the boy in the green shirt and the girl in the blue beside, and then the two men behind, that was the father and the uncle of these two children. And they came to this workshop, and we showed the tapping and, and this started doing with this balloon. And these children had been almost completely still, like stiff. Even they're so small and should love to play, they were stiff, but then we brought up this balloon, and you see the adults, how they're smiling and everybody's starting. And then after some time, also these two children, because the other ones, they started, the girls in the black and white, but these two small children, it took some time, but then they started also to chase the balloon and even smile. So afterwards, the father came to us with the translator, because he only spoke Arabic, and said that, wow, it's only now that I realize that my children have not been playing or smiling for years. And the reason was that they had just been transported secretly from the town of Raqqa. I don't know how much you know about what happened in Syria, but one of the cities that ISIS took was Raqqa, which was a very, very difficult place with so much horrible things that everybody would have to see happening there. So these children, they had not been playing for 2 years when they came. But then with this balloon, you don't need any words. You don't, you just do it together, adults and children in school, in, anywhere. First, some will find it a bit like shy, even especially in Sweden, we did it with a group, and some, it's like a little bit, but then, things start happening. So this PTP, so you have, you can take it in Swedish, no problem. You have to lift the blicken, you have to look up, and it's interaction between people. So, you connect and everybody succeeds, alla lyckas. So, which is fantastic. Not many things you can do like that. So we love PTB completely, don't we, Placid? No. We brought so many balloons to so many places.
It's a good thing because you can bring a bunch of balloons, and you can have like 100 balloons in your pocket, so it's easy to bring.
Yeah, doesn't weigh anything.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so I just want to see if our friend Calixt has joined. Have you seen him, Placid? Is Calixt, are you there?
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, there. Hi, Calixt.
Hi.
I don't see you. Yeah, welcome. And Osoko also, are you there? So Calixt is also in Rwanda.
Sorry for being later.
No problem, my dear. So you're so welcome.
I was under load.
Yeah. I know.
So I had a problem under load. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. You're welcome. Yeah, so we will ask you to say something a bit later, but just feel, and also Osok, welcome. You came also a bit in. I saw it took time for your sound to be connected. So Osok is a trainer in the west of Kenya, a very experienced trainer. Calix is also a trainer in Rwanda of TTT. Hi, Osok.
Thank you for welcoming me. I'm finally in.
Yeah, good. So,
Asante.
Now we are away. So, so we will just mute you too, Calix, and we will ask you later to share something. Okay?
Yeah, so maybe one of our colleagues wants to lead a tapping round.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yes.
That's it?
Yes, I'm ready.
You're the leader.
Yes, I ask everybody to sit up, feel your back, and then straight, and just ready for something.
Ready for something.
So you see my hands. So we start from here. Just tap with the fingers. I think everybody can see me.
Yes, we have put you on.
Okay.
On widescreen.
Don't hurt yourself, and also feel your fingers that is tapping here. Don't use the nails, just here. And come on the face. Just do like a little bit massage, like opening yourself. I needed it after a long time of traveling. Thank you for allowing me. So then you tap on the eyebrows. On the sides. Under the eyes. Under the nose. On the chest. On the chest. We call it gorilla tapping here because we have gorillas on the mountain. When they finish eating the glass, we find them enjoying. You put one on here and you tap on the lips. Come on the fingers with 2 fingers. You tap here on the sides. The second finger. Back on the chest. So leave your hands put on the legs here. Just close your eyes, take a deep breath in, hold it a little bit, and breathe out. Then we go. Breathe out. One more time. So we change to another hand. If you don't remember where I started, it's fine. Come back on the massage, on the face. On the chest. On the fingers. Oh, shit. So release your hands, close your eyes a bit, take a deep breath, breathe in and breathe out. One more time, breathe in, breathe out. Close your eyes a little bit. Feel your head, your grounds. So breathe in, breathe out. Can open your eyes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
For those of you who did not close your eyes like me, in the end could see the big yawning of Ulf.
I saw also Florence also.
Okay, yeah. So, and yawning is the very strong way of releasing tension. I also often start yawning, and so that's and it also transmits. It's contagious, which is good.
Wonderful.
Yeah, thank you so much, Placid. I mean, Placid also mentioned the gorillas. I mean, we love the gorillas, of course, because they are the experts in tapping, but they also, like for me, vegetarians. They eat only leaves and fruits. And the third very important thing is the extraordinary ability to relax. I mean, if you ever saw a gorilla relax on top of a tree, you know, just laying down on the back and then taking one leap and very slowly, you know, and then the next, and then just laying like. So they are, you know, they are role models for everything that we are looking for to teach. It's relaxation, breathing, and vegetarianism. Not really, but anyway, that's good for the world to be a vegetarian. So that's good. Yeah. So thank you so much, Placid.
Karibu.
Asante.
Welcome.
Yeah. So I was thinking also that we should show you some of the since Ulf is professional musician also, not only giving trainings in these different techniques and hypnotherapy, but also musician. And I wrote it down after the last webinar we had that we didn't really show anything when it came to music and tapping, isn't it? We didn't give you. So I was thinking, should we show that? The potpourri.
Which one would you like to show?
I want to show the potpourri of the songs.
Potpourri, le potpourri?
Le potpourri.
Le purée de
chansons. Des chansons. Yes,
chansons.
Because, and I'll say, it says a lot in that video also about what music does, which is also not gorillas only, our role models, but music is what really connects all the different parts of your brain. I mean, even humming is something that, you know, gives, like, it's like going to the gym with your brain, and singing together gives so much connection and the coherence even in breathing and heart rate variability. You know, this how we connect. It is, of course, we are traumatized. We are out of rhythm, as we say. Things start to be jerky, I think. And then singing or just listening to music, walking, dancing, everything that brings back rhythm. That's why this balloon also, because you have to move and use your, you know, fine-tuned movement. You have to balance. You have to do things that
fine motor skills.
Fine motor skills. You have to connect back into your body. You know.
And that's, you know, it's in the language to you when you're saying, you know, how are you feeling? I'm out of rhythm. I got to get into the groove. I've lost my groove. You know, so it's the language reflects this. It's fine motor skills. It's synchronized breathing. It's breathing out on the singing. It's moving with a little bit of, you know, pizzazz in what you're doing. Then you're actually not. You're the opposite of being tense and traumatized. So we're going to show you a potpourri of all the different styles of singing these methods. We have havening songs. We have trauma tapping songs. What we don't have yet is a Pass the Balloon song, but we will soon make one, unless you make one. Let me know there's sound, Gunilla, by waving.
There is sound, but yeah.
ugatangira kubona amahoro n'urumuri ese nawe wari uwo wabuze ugoswe n'ihungabana ko trauma tapping ari igisubizo twese hamwe
Yelchindo kuyaremnino bagut nan ben jal nam la kakatak remnino kuyantong degdek abagut lan ben jal nam la kakatak remtongu gwanyin heyut iyut abagut lan ben jal nam la kakatak
Yakomanga way your temper lies. 2 fingers happy with a simple beat. And you keep on singing da 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 da. And you know to decide you just step into relaxation.
Kai soma kau pa kwangu sa kau pa sawalile we asawalile kau pa sawalile we asawalile kai soma kau pa kwangu sa kau pa lima lile we alonalile kau pa nani lile we alonalile kai soma kau pa kwangu sa kau pa kau soma kau pa kwangu kau pa nebu gale we kau pa nebu gale we.
Yeah, so we also want to show this to you, because sometimes we get this question, as I think I mentioned last time, isn't it heavy to work with trauma? Because that's really what we are specialized in. And as you see in this, how much joy this brings to come with this technique. And so this whole singing and dancing with TTT started with the ones you saw from Sierra Leone. I don't know if you saw where they came from, but some of those and they were all, they were an organization of widows after the war. I don't know if you know about the War on Diamonds. There's a film with, what's his name? Blood Diamonds. What's his name? This beautiful actor since before. Somebody knows. Anyway. Leonardo DiCaprio. Exactly, Leonardo DiCaprio. Thank you so much. And there, these women, they came from villages, walking hours in their best clothes, of course, because they were going for a meeting with this reconciliation organization called Fumble Talk, a very famous one in the world, who have worked on this reconciliation between people who had hurt each other. And so they came, and then they were supposed to bring it back to the villages. So then they started with this drumming and this text, and nobody told them to do it. So it's not us. There's one song that Ulf has composed, of course, the one where you see me and him in it. That's Ulf's composition. The other ones, they just wanted to do it. We showed one, and then they say, oh, I'm also a musician. I want to do this. Like these inmates in the prison you saw dancing and playing. They saw one of the films that we had done with a singing star in Rwanda, Mibirizi. And then they said that, oh, we also want to do a song. And then they did. And so when we came, they had even done several songs. So this is how it has developed. And then now we are actually doing also a Havening song. And so that Ulf has composed. And so we're doing it with people from different parts of the world. And so that is just, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. And the originator of Havening songs is actually our colleague, the tapping and Havening pastor John in Uganda. So why don't we show that one as well? So you get to see two flavors, because it's just another technique, but it's still using rhythm, using dance to convey and show the technique. You can do it in large groups. So it's cool. He's a cool guy. So check him out.
Yeah, Pastor John is one of those who have done the most workshops in Uganda with South Sudanese refugees.
Very loud.
You can do the movements with
Iki kata kaya iko mommy, iki kata kaya ikueni, iki kata kaya itelili, kila baselo sasandunam. Iki kata kaya iko mommy, iki kata kaya ikueni, iki kata kaya itelili, kila baselo sasandunam. Ilolona nansa kinseka, nansa kinseka, nansa kinseka, nansa kinseka, nansa kinseka. Nala uyu alina, ilolona nansa kinseka, nansa kinseka, nansa kinseka, nansa kinseka, nansa kinseka. Nala uyu alina. Okay. Kiki, there are those irritating tiny insects that are very bad. When they are on your body, even if you try to rub them off, they can't get off. But they are itching, they suck blood. And when they are on your body, you feel so irritated and very bad. So there's a saying in Kuku that Kiki Sasanunan, that means there are problems which are not seen to people, but they torture me all the night. So the song says, these things are all over my face, they're all over my head, they're in my heart, they're the ones torturing me. But today I choose to shake them down, and shake them down. I welcome just the peace of God.
Amen. Good. Yeah. Yeah, so that is Pastor John, who has done, I don't know how many workshops since we met. We had a training in, what year were we there, Placid? 2019? Yeah, I think so, 2 years ago, no, even 3 years ago. And since then, he's been doing so many workshops, so with his fellow colleagues. Great. Yeah, so that's just to inspire you, and so that was Havening and tapping songs. And the one more Havening song is coming. Yeah, do you have some questions? Oh, sorry. Do you have some questions or comments on this? So please open your mic and, let's hear you.
Okay. If not, we'll feed you some more information. So beware.
Yeah. You're having so fun. Laughing helps one. Yeah, of course, laughing also, like Frank Zachary, it helps one to relax and find moments of peace and joy. Beautiful and touching, very moving, beautiful. Yeah. 2 fingers with a simple beat. That's my favorite. Yeah, no sock. Yeah. Yeah. So we have that whole film that you can have. It's on our website. So you can, it's very easy. I mean, the one that Ulf composed, it's in English and the text is there and also that you can find on our website.
It's in the book.
It's a very good one. It's in the book also.
Yeah, the whole lyrics.
Yeah. Yeah. So go ahead,
okay.
Ulf. Bring some more info.
Bring some info. So this is a repetition of last time. Trauma expression is cognitive, autonomous, somatization in the body, emotional, and behavior. So these are the channels we look for. We don't ask people, are you traumatized or did you experience something over the level of X or whatever? If people have these symptoms, they are carrying stress to some degree. And if their reactiveness is very high, it is what we call traumatic. So to move on from there, we want to remind you that we regard the body as an electrochemical organ. So the sensory input of touch in this case is creating an electrochemical response in the system, which is calming. And what happens when we do this is that we can depotentiate what has been encoded in a traumatic moment. So trauma encoding is when you find yourself experiencing a situation where you might freeze and it doesn't help. So you try to flee and it doesn't help. You try to fight, it doesn't help. You try to faint or flop and it doesn't help. So when nothing helps, your body will do everything to remember anything that reminds you of this situation so that you can avoid it in the future. So any sound, any body position, any smell and taste, and any image will create receptors that are sensitive to this stimuli to trigger your amygdala to warn you when anything reminds you of that situation. So We don't say that PTSD is post-traumatic stress disorder. We call it perpetuating traumatic stress defense system. It's there to warn you. Now, the idea of depotentiation is not a new one. There's plenty of studies on this. And just to get the chemistry in there, it's not that we want to show off fancy scientific terms. It's if you want to Google this, it's good to have seen the correct terminology. So the whole idea of depotentiation is that some kind of stimuli activates the AMPA receptors for a traumatic response. So the amygdala is metaphorically shown as a red balloon, and it has a small white hat, which is, metaphorically speaking, one or multiple AMPA receptors that are activated by a sound, a smell, a noise, an idea, a nightmare, a word, a color. So when this happens, when it's active, you will feel it in the body, because when it's active, it will trigger hormones that give you a sensation of panic or anxiety. Anxiety is low-level panic. So if you then start a delta wave or enhance the brain wave, which is called delta, which is one of multiple brain waves, but it's the one that is associated with being safe and calm. It is stronger in deep sleep. It's stronger in meditation. It's stronger in hypnosis. So it's there when you are calm. So basically, havening or tapping is creating a state of calmness that triggers the biological response to calm, which, among other things, is enhancing the delta wave, the brain wave of delta. So when this happens, calcium channels in the activated AMPA receptor neurons is activated. And this specific reaction will dephospholize the involved AMPA receptors, and they will be depotentiated. So in short, when you are traumatized or really stressed about something, you're conditioned and synapses are created and receptors that will trigger when you are exposed to these stimuli. When you are exposed, they are active. And then if you create a delta wave in some way or other, where we find the use of havening and tapping to be extraordinarily simple and fast, then there is a biological process where this is depotentiated.
Great. I had another idea.
Yes.
Why don't we show all the 3 films from the Worldwide Stress Relief?
Well, why don't we?
Yeah, why don't we? We want to show you. I mean, there's materials that you can use, you know, when you do reach out, because we want you to learn this and to reach others, like Tom was telling, you know, you talk to somebody, or Frank was done it with a daughter who had a lot of anxiety for her masters, you know, doing this, that you have it on your fingertips. And so, and I don't remember, did we tell you about the world?
Whether you're building dynamic network models or forecasting real.
I mean, we're doing this worldwide together with
we did talk about it at the end, and we sent you a link to it.
Yeah. So this is, and some of you have done it. We know that since we have friends here who have done it. Worldwide Stress Relief is, you know, you can go to the website and then you choose one of, if you want to be in the study, which we really would love you to be, you choose one of the 3 techniques, which is havening, tapping, and the breathing technique. And now we just want to show you these videos, because you can also use them for anybody, you know, just show them that this is existing and you try it and see what.
So just tap along with each exercise, tap along so that you can also give us feedback on what it does for you. So here's the first one.
Yeah, I think.
There's music, right?
Get another round of this tapping. But I think you can increase the volume.
I'm not sure I can, but I'll try. Is that better?
Oops.
Yeah, there you go. So that was the first one.
Yeah, so we call this cartoon Winky. So it is, as I think we mentioned last time, it was done to have this figure who is not, gender, race, any kind of cultural background, age, anything, but it's a cartoon. It's an it, and it's an at.
Yeah. And if you have any sensation of after doing that with that compared to the other stuff we've been doing, do write it. Somebody liked it. The music makes it, the TTT, even more efficient, effective. That's nice. I feel that tapping simultaneously awakens energy while evening it out and spreading it throughout the body, dissolving blockages. That's excellent. There it is. Thanks. So let's try a totally different exercise. Let's go with breathing, but let's not only breathe, let's swim breathe. And if you recognize the voice of the breathing, you get extra brownie.
That's nice. Music
brownie
helps.
points.
Yeah, it does. Okay, here we go with the breathing exercise that we learned from our friend Tone. And actually, after number 4, you have to stand up because it comes a knee exercise after this. 5, and then we have to raise up.
A lymph exercise. So get on your feet, hands on your knees, and do the boogaloo.
What you call it? Boogaloo. And then, Oh, that's nice to stand, actually. Och some boogaloo. And the last time. And let's go boogie. Oh, no more, sorry.
No more boogie for you.
No more boogie for me. Yeah, so that's the friend doing the breathing. So we love that swimming to the sky, because again, you pass the power pose, and you look up again and again, because that is opening up, instead of closing down.
Yeah, so we got one left now.
The evening.
Yeah, the evening. So why don't you talk a little bit about the study while I fetch the evening?
Okay, yeah. So the study, as we told, we have been collaborating with Dr. Peter Stapleton, the psychologist in Australia at the Bond University. Since several years, we did a study in the Congo, and where Placide also participated with some school kids and some children who had been liberated from the armed groups, just to show how what happens when you're using a simple tapping like the TTT. And since then we have been collaborating with other things, and then we decided to do this worldwide. So we are collecting data as to people, you go in, you do one of these 3 exercises for 5 days. We call it the 5-day challenge. And you challenge yourself to do this every day for 5 days, and then measuring, like with this SUD that we mentioned last time, the subjective units of distress from 0 to 10. 0 is neutral, and 10 very much anxiety or stress, or what bothers you extremely.
And it really helps us to spread this if you tell people about this and have them join the study, because we need data, and we need them to fill in the data all the time. Otherwise, we can't use it. So people get relaxed and they go, I don't need to do this. We have comments of that. So it's sometimes working too good. So here you are. Let's do some self-havening together with distraction techniques, which are good to keep your mind distracted.
Yeah, getting up and moving was nice, says Crystal. Yeah, me too. I felt that feeling tingly. Great.
Here we go.
Great. No, I think there's no sound, because it usually starts already.
With your body.
Oh, no. Thank you.
Oh, we'll take it. We'll take it.
Yeah, take it from the start. Yeah.
So try rolling your hands as if you have a glass pearl between them. You don't want to drop it, and you don't want to crush it. Not too fast, not too slow. And you can move a little bit with your body. And after a while, you can change, and you can put your hands on your shoulders, and you can pull down, just pull down like this. And now say this number after me. 5. 3. 12. Say it out loud. 22.
22.
24.
24.
112.
112.
325.
325.
14.2.
40.2. 8.
Put your hands back together. And let's hum. You can have any song you want, or you can join me. Let's see if you recognize this one. Do it out loud. Shoulders again. 5. 22.
22.
38.
38.
321.
321.
1,204.
1,204.
Hands again. Imagine walking. And now, take a deep breath in. Hold it and breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Hold it and breathe out.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
So any reflections, any comments, any thoughts, you're all welcome to give them. And if you do, we'll give you the secret extra video that nobody gets to see.
That nobody gets to see.
Nobody. Yeah. We'll have to hunt you down if anybody sees it. Anybody. Ever.
Light some candles. It's nice to change. Why the continuing, I'm curious about.
The counting.
Sorry, my English is, yeah. Tapping and swim breathing does more for me than the havening. Okay, but it's nice to change. Yeah, that's true, Jochen.
So the counting is there to distract the brain. So if you're going high anxiety or going into a panic attack, repeating those numbers in a flow will keep your mind of that more efficiently than just being silent.
Mm.
And Frank goes, havening is even more relaxing than the tapping.
And somebody said the opposite, and that's why we have to have several techniques. That just proves it, because some would say, "Oh, I like this point, but why use this point?" And others says, "Oh, I feel much more here and there." So that's why we need more. We need breathing exercise, we need tapping, we need havening, and the next time you do that, and perhaps the next time it will be opposite, because it depends.
Because we're different and we're human and we're not clocks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ready to sleep, said Shantai. Yeah.
Well, before Shantai, before you go to sleep, we'll give you an inspiration video that we don't show anybody except you, because you're all special. Okay. So this is also to inspire you how you can integrate this into your daily exercises in all kinds of funky ways. Show you how you can integrate simple things like the breathing exercise into a daily routine that you already have, like before or after brushing your teeth, giving you more calm. And if you're stuck in traffic or late to an appointment, you could try some simple tapping on your chest, and the clouds just might dissipate and disappear. And rubbing your hands in a simple self-havening, whether you're alone with a group of people in a classroom before an exam, or at a workplace will calm things down, just like tapping before you go to sleep in the evening, getting a good night, feeling great.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, Lorna was asking if it's Ulf's music. Yeah, and for the tapping, that was Ulf playing on his small piano. Do you have it there? You can show it, Ian. Perhaps you can play something.
We can do these things live.
Yeah, we can do it live. That's wonderful. That's what we do when we travel. Ulf will bring his piano, sometimes much bigger than that one. I mean, just that they run on battery, so it can be brought anywhere. Mm. Yeah, so that's an easy way to bring music when you have a musician with the with the piano in the pocket.
Yeah. Always bring your local musician.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's getting dark here. I see that my light here is getting very. I'm not, even though today, you know, it's equinox today, so it's the only day. That's why we have this workshop today. It's the only day when one thing, at least, or not only the 2 days of the year, the equinox of springtime and autumn, when something is equal to everybody in the whole world. 12 hours night, 12 hours day. Imagine, at least, and that's why the World Peace Day, it was actually yesterday, because usually it's on 21st, but it's actually today with equinox. But anyway, so let's, you know, we celebrate that. At least now we know that it's 12:12, and now it changes. Here it gets in darker. So until Christmas. Yes, as a note. And it's full moon, don't forget that. It's a perfect day to have this workshop. You will never forget these things now, because it's like strong.
Yeah, it's also called, some people call it harvest moon, because you can actually
harvest the moon. Out in the night.
In New Orleans, it's called yellow moon.
No, janvier. Let's see who this is who comes now.
What?
I just saw a name I didn't recognize, so let's see who that is. Uvase. Yeah, so any questions? Where can I find more information on your ongoing study and what the requirements are to volunteers? And so you can, we'll just send you, you can write again. Yeah, there was the Worldwide Stress Relief, which is fantastic. You can also write us an email, but that's the link that Ulf put now is for the study itself. It's for the website of the study. That's fantastic. So, yeah,
and so you can offer this to people online. You can have them tap with you. You can offer it to people in a group, have them tap with you or have them with you, and you can offer it, you know, to anybody. But we say offer it, don't insist. And we usually say when you're offering it, just say, I've learned these 2 techniques for relaxation. They might help you. They've helped me. Do you want to try them out? See which one works for you. Jochen likes one of them, and you know, Frank likes the other. So let's see what you like. And that's an easy way, because it takes away the idea that you're helping them or that they have to be helped. It gives them the empowerment of being able to have an opinion.
Age limit for the study, and it's for, I mean, of course, anybody can do it, but you're supposed to be an adult.
Yeah, you fill in a form where you consent that you're over 18 when you do it.
Over 18. Yeah, and also ask about the slides and the videos. On the website, actually, these 3 videos are not there yet, are they? No, they are in the study. So when you go to that study, you will find those 3 videos, the cartoon ones. And we will put them sooner or later on the website, won't we, Ulf?
All the videos will be on the website. Yeah, sooner or later.
Sooner or later. How do we find more information, training, others, and certification? Yeah, that's on our website. So you go to the website, which is, I'll write it here. It is, you know, Peaceful Heart.
Yeah, so if you go to the Worldwide Stress Relief website, you have Reduce Stress Now, and you have the 3 videos directly there. So you can just try them without signing up for the study. Calming Havening, Calming Breathing, and Calming Tapping. And if you want to join the challenge, you fill in a form. You answer the questions, you select a technique, and then you will get an email taking you through that. So you just sign up by filling in one of these forms, which is a questionnaire for symptom tracking. And here it asks you if you are, you know, at the right age and everything to do this.
Yeah, so this is Peter Stapleton you see there on that picture of the video. Yeah, so the songs of soccer, they are on the website. All the songs are
all
on the
of
website.
them.
So then you can find, if you want to show them for some women group who would like to make another song. In
So
some places, sorry.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say on our website, the home of the trauma tapping technique, you have Learn Here and you have a video gallery. And in the video gallery, you have so many videos with Winky, without, about humanitarian outreach, testimonials, different songs.
Yeah, so this is on the peacefulheart.se website. So we have these two. It's one for the study and then the Peaceful Heart.
And then somebody asked about certification. So you go to Get Certified. And there are 3 things you need to do. You answer assessment questions. You fill in 6 cases in the certification form. And at the end of the assessment, you need to agree to our code of ethics. So we have the assessment questions in English, French, Spanish, and Swedish. It's an online form. The certification sessions in English and Spanish. And these are the codes of ethics that you agree to. You can read it all on the site under certification, Get Certified. Once you're certified, we are happy to list you on our site among all the other wonderful tappers.
Like Lorna, who is here now. Yeah, in California, who is also now in this webinar.
And we also list all our trainings. We just released trainings in Swedish and Spanish and English. So we will be doing all of those, and they are all accessible directly from the first part of the website.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Bonnie asks a very good question about the book talks about tapping on others. Do you recommend this? Any tips, pointers? I don't know what pointers means, but tips I can say yes. I mean, before COVID-19, we always recommend to do tapping on other person because it is more efficient when somebody's doing something for you. You can relax, you can stay with whatever you need to do. Good touch is healing. I mean, that's the basics of our life. It's touch. Otherwise, we would not become a human being at all. Wouldn't even grow the brain. And then with the COVID, we reduced it. And now, since we have mainly online trainings, but if you are in a safe place and if you feel now, I mean, at least here, the restrictions are reducing. You can definitely do it on somebody else when you feel that, or if you're in the same family or so it all depends, but it is very good to do it on somebody else. It's like, it's like massaging your own back and then somebody else is doing it. What's the difference? You know that it's different. It's just different. But both works. And that's why it's so fantastic that you actually can help yourself without anybody else.
If you're going
to,
if you're going to help somebody else, we do recommend and this is in the book, so you can read about it there, but a clean approach is you don't assume anything. You're not a psychologist, you're not a therapist unless you are. So if you're not, you don't even have to think about that. All you say is, I can offer you a way to relax, and then you assume nothing about the person. Instead, you ask them and you use their words. So if they say, I feel glitchy, you just say, okay, glitchy, and that's all right. You don't need details about them because the technique will work. So you don't need to ask them what happened, where were you, what did they do, why are you so sad? That is not necessary. And you can normalize everything they say. So they say, I feel really bad because I was abused by my neighbor. And you go, okay, abused by your neighbor. Do you want to try this technique? So there is no need of small talk or therapeutic talk in this first aid approach. And if you're going to focus on anything, you can ask them, where would you like to be in the future once this is resolved, so that they can start thinking about that. And then before a session, this is vital. You ask them if they want to have their eyes open or maybe closed, because a person who has a lot of trauma going on inside their head, once they close their eyes, it's like turning on a movie screen and they can go into a very unpleasant sensation. So eyes open if they want, eyes closed if they want. And you can just ask them to connect to whatever they're feeling by saying, how does it feel? Where is it in your body? Does it have a shape or direction? That will just help them to be aware of what it is you're looking to change. And you could ask them, how strong is it from 0 to 10? And that's called subjective units of distress. And that's it. Then you do a tapping session or a havening session. And after the session, you don't need to go directly to say, where is the SUD now? First, you can ask them, what do you notice? And the reason for that is that you want them to associate freely. Maybe they've forgotten what the issue was. Maybe their mind opened up something else. Maybe they feel lighter, or they can breathe, or, you know, it feels more distant. If you go directly for asking, where is the SUD? You're going to miss out, and they're going to miss out on that information. So what do you notice? Then you can ask, where is it now? And then you can ask them, is that good or bad? And that's only because you want them to own it, them to evaluate it, them to be able to say what they feel like it. And then afterwards, you can just say, congratulations. And we always say congratulations.
Yeah, we want to honor the person for the healing, because it is not you who are the fixer, it's not me. We are just, you know, transferring these techniques. So, I mean, if you want to be, I mean, what to say, the savior, we call it the savior complex. And so, and I don't know, perhaps it's better find another, something else to do. I mean, it's better to let people have their own healing. I mean, it's not us, it's always the person, but we know something that, you know, can help.
You're offering a calm space. You're offering safety. You're offering to show them something. You're offering them to evaluate it. You're offering them to close their eyes if they wish for you to do it for them, or keep them open. And then you're offering them to reflect on whatever change that brought to them. So they're owning the process from start to end. That's it. All you're doing is the kind of pilot that jumps on a ship to help the captain navigate through dangerous waters, or waters they're not accustomed to.
Yeah, so that's great. So I just, you know, we have some minutes left. I just wanted to ask, can I ask you, Calix, just to say some greetings from your part of Rwanda, because Calix contacted us and kind of not really recently, but he and Placide made a workshop this weekend. If you want to say hello, and what was your experiences of the TTT? Just a short minute, because we only have a few minutes, but I really want you, if it's possible, if you unmute your microphone, Calix. Yeah, there. Good.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm very happy to participate in this training, like rehearsal. About my experience in TTT last weekend, we had a few of 100 people participated in the TTT. Even now, they are calling me, asking, sharing me more experience. Let me give you some experience from workshop. That workshop next soon.
Yeah.
If I will.
You mean you will do it next time?
I will share you. I share you next soon the experience from that workshop. There are many experiences from there.
And if you could say something of yourself, because for you it was like you found it first yourself, and that's why you wanted to share it with others. So if you just could say something about, you know, how did you, you know, find peace in TTT yourself?
About my own experience, since I met you in Rubavu prison, I couldn't even forgive anyone, because I have been prison for in my heart, and even God knows I did not commit any crime for being in prison. So I could not forgive anyone who put me in a prison. So I was very, very stressed there, and I have trauma excited since the prison has been in a prison. The life in the prison is very bad. But now, since I met with you, I'm healed, except a high blood pressure. I left with high blood pressure until now. But since I was there, when I was there, I could not even sleep. Or saying or thinking about my life, what I have left my job, my family. I left my family, so I could not sleep. That is my first patient that was there. The second day I had headache, and even I can say blood nose. How can I say?
Yeah, nose blood. I mean that you were bleeding from your nose.
Yeah, bleeding from my nose for every morning. That is also, it was my problem. My there in a prison. Since I met you, I tried. Since I tried to use these techniques in a group, I tried to find five people in a prison and try to use these techniques. Since I tried to implement these techniques, so I healed. The breathing was stopped, and I tried to and then I found sleep. But
wonderful.
Before I couldn't even sleep the whole week. The whole week. But from that time, I tried to sleep, and the nose bleeding was stopped. The only question I have until now is high blood pressure. But high blood pressure was on the third group, on the third stage. But now it is now on the first stage.
Wonderful.
So
Thank
I
you
hope,
so much.
But for the next time,
it will be good. Yeah, because blood pressure also is very much connected to stress. So thank you so much, Calix. So you found sleep, and your headache left, and your blood pressure is a bit better, and you actually were able to forgive those, wasn't it? That's what you told me. Forgive those who actually put you in prison for something that you didn't do, which is fantastic. So another time we will talk about forgiveness. That's Placid's best what you say subject of talking about the importance of forgiving for your own sake, not for waiting for somebody else to do it. So good. So thank you so much, Calix. Asante sana, murakoze cyane. Yeah. So we are to the end. So we find calm and pass it on. That's our message. Just like Calix, he found calm and he is passing it on with hundreds of people. Like Placid, he found calm in this. I found calm in this. I pass it on. Ulf did, So this is, Osok did so many trainings with teachers. Lorna, all of us, we can, transfer this. And Florence and Annika and Helena, I can read all your names. We are all together. Turikumba, as we say in Kinyarwanda. Tukupa moja in Kiswahili. And we are all together in this world, Ubuntu. There are so much expressions for this. Thank you so much. And don't hesitate to write us if you have any. Yeah, that's the one I think. How we are together in this world, what we can do. It's always to realize that you are one, but 1 + 1 + 1 makes many. And I learned yesterday we were only 3 people from each other, wasn't it? 3 connections from
3
each
degrees
other.
of separation.
Yeah, before some years ago it was 7, but now it's 3 only. So
the world is shrinking fast, so we need to make friends.
Good. Thank you so much.
All right. See everybody, get certified, spread the news, find the calm, get the movies, give them to everybody, have fun, and laugh.
So Sushi, say hey do.
Oh,
bye-bye.
Sushi. All right, peeps.
Will do. Thanks a lot.
And thank you everybody from far away, from California, Sweden, Germany, England. Norway, Florence.
Even Norway. I mean,
Even
really
Norway.
far away. Really
yeah, very
far away.
far away. Kenya, so far away. Yeah. Bye-bye.